All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, here on the GAR Capital YouTube channel. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to join me. Let's go ahead and get started. Dow futures down 343 points, NASDAQ down about 1.18%, S&P 500 futures down 0.93%, and the Russell's down about 1.09%. 10-year Treasury yields are up today, 3.89%. The dollar is slightly green this morning, 104.05. The volatility index is up 12.19% at 22.46. Crude oil is up 0.55% at 76.97 a barrel. Gasoline futures $2.64, up 0.78%. Gold is down 18.47 an ounce, slightly. Silver futures are up 21.88. Up 0.78%. Copper futures starting to move higher. I tend to chart on that on Twitter. $4.20, up 2.26%. 10-year Treasury futures 117.15. That's down 0.52%. I also put a chart on that as well, as we broke key support on that. Euro dollar down 23 pips, 106.60. 134.89, up 60 pips for the dollar yen. 121.02, up 62 pips for the pound dollar. That's doing better than expected. And Bitcoin futures 24,635, down about 0.94%. 1674 for Ethereum futures, that's down 2.39%. All right, good morning. Okay, first thing I want to go over is the seasonality. So you guys also know we talked about this on Instagram and YouTube before. Again, we're starting to get to the weakest time of the year. This is the tail end of February. Again, you could see, seasonally speaking, since 1950, we have gone towards the tail end of February to the downside. So it is no surprise that we are down this morning. We talked about that on our last YouTube video, the recap, and then we talked about it on the podcast as well, which I apologize for the sound of it, especially for Nick's mic. I went ahead and ordered a new mic so we can have the next podcast sound a little better than before. So again, we're still working on that. My apologies on it. And the next podcast will probably be out on Saturday, if not Friday. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the market right now. S&P 500 futures did break that support that I had here. You could see 1, 2, 3. And again, we talked about how support becomes a mattress sometimes, that it's not as simple as just a break like a board. Again, it can sink in and then bounce as well. So again, we know the seasonality. It's not like we're expecting any kind of big bull moves to the upside, even though that could be the case. This is why we had AMD puts last week as well. So again, for the market, really what I'm looking for is a little more weakness. And in terms of targets, let's go over it. The S&P 500 futures, again, right around, let's go ahead and bring up the 2-year on the daily candles. And again, here is my sweet spot, my money spot, 39.97. That's the 50-day moving average. That's my target. And again, if we break down below that, I'm taking a look at that 200 MA right at 39.52. But again, that's my target right here. We should get there by the end of the week. 39.97, that is your 50-day moving average. If we do bounce, which is a possibility, again, I would not go long until we start getting above 41.05. So again, until further notice, in my opinion, I think we're going to get to 39.97. I think everything here, unless we get above 41.05, every rally is to be sold at least short term. So again, I'm looking in the prospects of options trading this week. And again, it is a short week. So again, I don't expect a ton of action either. But again, if we get some more downside action, we're going to take the opportunities to do so. Let's go and take a look at some pre-market movers this morning. You could see here, oops, here. Let me see if I can move this. My apologies, guys. It's a pain in the ass. Here we go. All right. And then it likes to expand for some reason. I don't know why. Let me move this a little lower. There we go. All right, so Tesla's down 1.34 this morning. Walmart reported their earnings. They did meet, but again, conservative guidance, down 2.5%. Meta platforms, Facebook, the Meta, the parent of Facebook, they announced over the weekend that they're going to have verification or the blue check mark, just like Twitter has for pay. So again, if you pay every month, you'll get the blue check mark, which is great, especially with our Instagram page where we have so many people scamming and sending other people's messages about crypto. Send them crypto. Listen, we're never going to ask you to send money via DMs. That's never going to happen. This is why we have a website. So again, if anyone says GAR Capitals or with a 1 or an S or a 5 or anything like that, do not respond to them. A lot of scammers out there, so just please be careful. We'll get the blue check mark when it's available, so you know it's us. Just want to give you the heads up. I won't have to go ahead and pay for that, but that's worth it. Palantir down 2% this morning. Amazon down 1.5%. PayPal, Apple. I have Apple calls from last week, but they're down. I don't expect them to bounce back. If we get some kind of rise, I'll see if I can at least salvage some premium there, but that's just the name of the game. It is trading right around 150.50. Nvidia is down 1.43%. Roku down 2.18%. Remember, they were up after their earnings. Intel down 1.5%. Carnival down 1.15%. Alphabet down 1.27%. Last one, AMD, which is down 1.76% this morning. If you remember, the team did go short on AMD last week. On Friday, we did close same day. That is, I believe that was the 75 puts on AMD. I just had to look that up. So again, we're going to expect a little weakness, at least this week. And again, it's just because of seasonality, end of the month. We've had a nice ride, a little consolidation. But again, 39.97, that's the target. That should be in mind. Let's go ahead and track it on SPY. So again, if we do decide to take a look at it, let's see it here on the daily 2-year. And you could see 396.60. That's the target that I'm looking for. The good news is that SPY, well, again, just to give you a heads up, 403.67 is where we are now. So we'll probably be right over here. We did break below this here. I had an alert there. So let's see if we can hold about below 403 or 404 here. And if we do, I'm taking a look at the 400 puts on SPY. Again, I want to see how the morning goes. We've seen lately that future sells it and then the American session buys it. So again, I don't want to get chopped up either. It's a short week. So again, just be patient as we move today. There's no need to jump into everything, and we'll go on from there. So let's see. That's SPY. So again, the target on SPY 396.60. I don't know if we'll get there this week, only for the fact that it's a short week. In terms of QQQ, let's take a look at it. And we're trading now at 297.71. I have an alert at 296.59. If that does break, I'll keep an eye on the 290 level. That's the 200 MA. You can see that NASDAQ does have a gap to fill the upside at 303.24. So again, that's some upside risk as well. But again, I expect more downside action. So again, I'm looking at puts this week, not calls for the most part. We're looking at puts just for the base on seasonality and of course the charts. Again, it is a short week. No need to go crazy. No need to go ahead and dump all your positions or go fall in on anything. It's just pointless, especially a short week. I've traded many short weeks, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, President's Day, whatever holiday, and it's always a mess. So again, it's just keep an eye on your position sizing. Keep an eye on just trying to fire everything off. Again, wait for the opportunities. Wait for the charts to line up the way you want and the volume before you do that. Let's go and answer some questions. Hey man, how do I keep track of banks? Gustavo, when you say track of banks, I think what you mean is an ETF like XLF. This is the sector ETF for financials. If that's the way you're talking about, that's pretty much the best way to track the banks. Good morning, Zoom Balloon. What's your favorite platform for trading, free and paid for subscription? My favorite platform for trading would be TD Ameritrade because I have everything here. This is the Thinkorswim platform. But in terms of actually inputting options trading, I do Robinhood. And for the fact that, again, everyone else uses Robinhood in our Discord, so it's an easier way to kind of keep continuity. And then, of course, you can't demo on a Robinhood account either. So again, it keeps everybody showing that, hey, you can trade for real, not just fake money and do whatever you want. Everything is set in a way that you want to have risk management. So again, that's why we use Robinhood, and of course, it's free. So again, TD Ameritrade does charge commissions. Just a heads up. I was going to say that there are a lot of GAR Capital accounts that requested to follow me. Obviously, that's scary. Not you, but scary too. 100%. That's the scary thing, is that there's so many scammers out there. So I'm waiting for that blue verification check mark to get done. Once it's available to the US, we're going to sign up for it immediately, just like we did for Twitter. Twitter has the verification check mark. That's us. Instagram will have the same. But again, I can't stop if any of these scammers actually pay for verification too. I hope not. But again, at least you'll know ours has a check mark. When it's available, we will get it. So again, hopefully that stops all the scammers and all the nonsense. So we've had somebody from before on our Discord server who would tell people on DM that he worked for us, and people would send money to him. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, it was a complete mess. So again, guys, if you are not sure about something, make sure to DM at GAR Capital. Very simple. DM at GAR Capital. That's the main one. Again, GARCAPITAL. DM us, show us a screenshot of that DM. We will let you know if it's us or not. We will never ask you for money via DM. This is why we have a website. The website is where the actual gate, so you can enter the Discord and any other plan that we have. But we will not ask you for crypto. We will not ask you for your personal info, other than your phone number, unless if you want to talk on the phone in regards to the plans or anything like that with our customer service team. But in terms of asking you for money on DM, that's not going to happen, or crypto. That's not going to happen. Again, if you have any questions, any kind of hesitation, just message us to make sure. That's the best thing I can tell you guys. I can't stop anyone from making spam accounts. This is the world we live in. A few words on DXY. Let's take a look at the dollar together. And bringing up the daily again, the big resistance level is right around 105 or 104.99. We'll call it 105. We're above the 50. We're above the 20. So again, momentum is higher. Again, I'm still looking at that 105 level as resistance. That gives us a little more downside on the S&P, which kind of lines up with that seasonality. 105 should be happening within relatively soon. I expect that to reject, and then we come back down. But again, it's all lining up for a little bit of a weaker February, which is fine by me, because then we could trade it. No problem. Morning, Carlos. Any earnings that you are looking forward to this week? Thoughts on Coinbase earnings? Coinbase, again, has been going higher due to crypto. As we know, we could see just on the relative basis from 49 to 63. But keep in mind that Coinbase does make revenue based on if Bitcoin is higher or crypto is higher. We've had a nice rise in crypto since this end of December and then the October lows. Will that be enough for Coinbase? I would not trade this name at all. I would just wait on it. The other one that's reporting this week, I want to say, is NVIDIA. Let me go and make sure that's the case. Let's see. I know I retweeted the earnings calendar. I want to say it was NVIDIA. Yep, NVIDIA reports on Wednesday. So looking at the hourly, not exactly a ton of edge to play this. Expect the IV to be higher. Expect that these premiums are going to be expensive. Now again, you're pretty binary here. You either have a gap fill here at 257. You probably won't get that post earnings, so don't worry. You have a gap fill here at 219.14. That's a possibility. But other than that, really your next level of support is 195.95. So again, if you're looking to hedge your position on NVIDIA in a short week and the volumes are probably not going to be as high, I don't know. I did look at the IV this morning. I just wouldn't touch it. I just wouldn't. I would just wait. I would just wait and wait for the earnings and be better off actually, actually responding or actually reacting to the actual news rather than trying to predict it, because that's a very difficult task, especially with earnings. So I would just hold pat. Again, guys, don't expect a lot of action this week. Kind of sit on your hands. It's been a great couple of months, been a great couple of weeks. Nice week last week. There's no reason to give anything away unless we see something that's worth it. So again, let's say this week you did not trade. That's completely fine if you didn't do that, because wait for the opportunities to come around for you guys. You don't need to just keep hitting and keep hitting. Wait, wait, wait. The name of the game is patience. Now again, if we get an extended move down, okay, we'll play some puts. But if we get chopped around, especially at the open or the first couple of hours, that's it. We just have to just wait, and that's okay. It's okay to wait. It's okay to have days without trading. It's okay to have weeks without trading. That's completely natural and normal. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But again, it's all about patience. Wait for the opportunity. You are a sniper, and each of your bullets are your capital. Do not waste bullets. It costs money to waste bullets. Don't do it. Just wait and wait for the opportunity. Make sure you get a headshot rather than just machine gunning everywhere. The sniper mentality. That's the way I see it. Again, another day in the books. Again, yesterday the market was closed. So we do have a short week. I really want to emphasize it. Do not kill yourselves this week. But again, the target I have for the end of the week is right around 39.97. That's about a 53 handle move where we are now. That's probably an extra 1.5%. That does seem to be the target that I'm looking for. Seems about right, especially with seasonality. So don't be surprised if we take a step down. Oh, Carlos, I thought you were bullish. I thought we would never fall again. Well, I never said we would never fall again. We're just never going to get to 35.02. And I'm still sticking to that. That's the bottom I mean. The bottom is in. the October low. Now again, guys, you're not gonna get every day a straight shot to the moon. You're gonna get some moves up and down. That's just the market. But what's good here is that if we get to 39.97 or maybe 39.64, which is that trend line, and we bounce, that's very strong. That is a very, very strong recheck. All you're doing is checking back to the trend line that we broke out of, retesting. We'll see if we can hold that. I expect that we do, but again, that's opportunities for all of us. Again, we can, here as options traders, we can trade up or down. And we've traded down before many times. We've traded up many times. Whatever the market gives me in terms of momentum, I'm gonna take that. So we'll see what we get for the rest of the day. Have a great rest of your morning. I will catch you guys tomorrow for the morning notes at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch you guys then. Cheers.